Hello and welcome. So, I've recently added a new company to my portfolio, and this video is all about explaining what that company is and why I've added it to my portfolio. Now, those of you that are following already will know that company is Peloton, and I'm actually quite late to the game in many respects for this company, because a lot of people have been talking about this for probably at least a couple of weeks since their last financial report on the 10th of September. Now, I first heard about this company for the fitness equipment that they do about a year ago and didn't really think much of it, never really thought of it as a company to invest in. And a couple of weeks ago, I started seeing people talking about Peloton, but again, I just thought, what's the point of investing in this company? It doesn't seem to be anything special. But as more and more people have mentioned it to me, I've looked into it a little bit further, and I've realised that actually this company perfectly fits into my ethos of the particular companies that I invest in and the way that it's moving forward. So first of all, let's just go over the different products that this company does. So it does spinning bikes, it does treadmills, it's got an app which gives you all of the online training so that you can do fitness classes online, and it also does the smaller parts of the equipment, so free weights, clothing, all the little bits of equipment that you'll need for your training. This company has also recently invested in its own factory in Taiwan, so it kind of owns the whole process. It's manufacturing the fitness equipment, it's providing you with that equipment, and then it's also providing you with the whole experience of what you do with that equipment. So there is currently now nobody else really involved in that process other than the shipping company, really, and so they really are maximising everything from this process. And I think a big part of that has contributed to their customer retention as well. They have an unheard of level of customer retention. Obviously, you know, that level goes up and down, but it's well in excess of 90%. So retention in the US in a gym generally tends to be between 70 and 80%, which is actually a lot higher than I was expecting it to be, but still it proves how good Peloton is doing because of the fact that they've got that much higher a level of retention. So profit margin on the physical equipment and accessories is probably going to stay mostly the same. Obviously, economies of scale will probably help reduce the cost of production, so increase profit margins very slightly. But I should imagine for the most part that's going to stay mainly the same. The main area of growth for profit that I'm really excited about is actually the digital services, because at the end of the day, the digital services are going to cost the same whether they produce it for 1 million customers or whether they produce it for 10 million customers. Therefore, there's huge potential for massive profits there as they start to continue to scale the business and grow it further. As an idea at the moment, obviously they are only in the US, Canada, the UK and Germany, which obviously those are some very big economies, but it just shows the scale of how much further there is to expand this company. Now, one thing I have heard people say is that this is quite an expensive service, which in some respects it is. However, when you actually compare the cost of this equipment and the digital services to other equivalent services, it's not actually that bad. People that are interested in fitness and people that will continue to use a fitness service are more likely to spend that extra money to get the good equipment that's going to last them. Because if you're looking for budget equipment, you're probably the kind of person who's going to use it for a few weeks, maybe even a couple of months, and then forget about it. And Peloton doesn't really care about those customers. Peloton needs, or Peloton wants, the customers that will stay with them for longer, because they're the ones that are going to keep using the digital service, and they're going to subscribe and be a regular customer. It's going to stay with the company for a very long time. Now, obviously, you know I'm a huge fan of working from home companies, and Peloton is the pinnacle of that kind of an element, because all those customers that are working from home, they now have the potential that they don't have to go into the city to go to their job and then find their local gym there. They're working from home, they haven't got to leave home because they can just do their workout during their lunch break, and it's ideal. Now, I don't know about you guys as well, but when I've tried to do workouts before, when I've wanted to get back into shape, I've considered a gym membership, and I've realised that a lot of the time when I take out that gym membership, the biggest issue for me is actually finding the motivation to get to the gym. Once I get to the gym, it's fine, I can do my workout. That process of getting from home to the gym is the hard part. Whereas when I've had equipment at home, when I've done workouts at home, although you've still got to find that motivation, you actually find it a lot easier. I've personally gone down more of a route of workouts from home, whether that's doing online classes or buying weights that I've got at home as well. And I think that will also be true for a lot of people out there, especially working professionals who don't necessarily have that much free time, or parents with children. You know, you can't leave your kids at home when you go to the gym. So it's so much easier for them to go to bed and you just go and do your workout. Now, obviously, this company has had a huge amount of growth with the whole COVID boom and what people working from home. And one thing I would say is, this company has actually stopped doing advertising because of the fact that it was getting so many customers that it just couldn't deal with the levels. So it's gained all of these new customers without doing advertising. So all these new people that have been working from home, the ones that know about Peloton, have obviously started doing that. But there's still a huge audience out there that knows nothing about this company. And all these untapped resources are the perfect expansion for this company, and it's why I consider this a company that's going to continue to grow massively in the future. As the global pandemic issues start to subside, I can also see it being that a lot more people are going to be either continue working from home or will start to work from home more, and moving on from that, I can see them then moving into a fitness from home routine where they may have not been in the past. Another really promising statistic that Peloton reported is the fact that their number of workouts per customer has massively increased over the past year. Now, obviously, again, COVID is going to have an impact on that, but what it shows is that the customers are finding the whole process a lot more engaging, and they are working out a lot more with the Peloton system. Now, the reason that is so important, and just to give you an idea, they've gone from 12 workouts a month to 24 as an average. Now, the reason that is so important is because of the fact that the best possible advertising for any company is always word of mouth. Okay, because you are far more likely to buy into a company that you've heard your friends going, "This is amazing," than you've seen some great advert. So if your friends have suddenly got really fit, or they've lost a lot of weight, and you say, like, "How did you do it?" and they're like, "Oh, well, I've got this Peloton's thing," that's going to make you subscribe to the service and buy the equipment. And finally, the other thing that really caught me with this company is their large investment in R&D. And the reason that is so important is because this proves that this company is constantly looking to continue moving forward, coming up with innovative new products and getting more from every single customer. And at the end of the day, as a business, the more money that you can squeeze from every single customer, the better. because getting a new customer is one of the hardest parts and the biggest costs for a business. So if you're able to leverage that customer for as much as you possibly can, you're laughing. Now, I don't actually have a target price for this company at the moment because the global pandemic will have given it a massive boost, and it's not really very easy to see exactly where it's going to be going after this COVID pump. What I do strongly believe is that there will still be massive, significant growth over the next 12, 18 months, 5 years. But what I can't tell at the moment is how much growth that's going to be. So going forward, until we've seen another couple of quarters, I'm probably not going to be able to give an accurate estimate of where I think this company's going. But like I say, what I do believe is that this time next year, we're going to see massive growth in the share price and in the company. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.